You are now about to witness.
Niggas real talk, just enter the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't news on YouTube, frugal with stats as usual fact. It's your man, the brand, just hands on, going hard like Talisman. Who style just aiming at the mentality with the game analysis on a pregame show. With the script, you know we get it like crypto in the rip though. I side really quick, we locked up from the get-go. When it's Nick show, it's the co-powers in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like salt, the KRT trip club leading up to tip off. We feel like confident, put your Nick content, and beat mode like our charm. We have cheat code, we roll the ball too far for you to reach on. We got teach on the show that's fire. Prior to this going to the wire, it in time. It's the #1 pregame show that's hitting like Soto. But picture the photo, you broke the lens that photo. It's the OGs, we outside riding on orange blue skies. In Metropolitan, we connect in the vest go wallowing. And the matters of the massive without shaking asses. The team screaming, I made the platform with passion. Fans asking who the creed that's in the building killing this Nick Fit assassin.
You are now about to witness.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
Yo, salute everybody. Good evening, good evening. What's poppin', man? Salute everybody out there, man. Knicks Real Talk is to recap. Run shot powers. We're gonna recap this Knicks and Charlotte game from last night, man. Talk about that a little bit and get ready to get into talk about the upcoming game for us. Started the season Wednesday. We're gonna break all that down, man, and then talk all that stuff, man. But let me bring my partner in the building. The shot powers was good, my bro.
Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
Yo, salute to the chat. That's what's good, man. Jay Chola was popping. World Black was popping. Latoria was popping. King Ricky was good. Daniel, salute to the chat. Appreciate y'all coming in tonight, man. We're going to get in here and get it popping down. What's good? Salute to everybody. But yeah, man, we had a game last night. Last preseason game last night, ladies and gentlemen. They played Charlotte Hornets. A lot of their guys didn't play. A lot of our guys didn't play. You know, two of our main guys in the starting line did play last night. Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges, along with a couple of our rookie guys and all that two-way guys. With some good basketball out there, man. And they won the game. Seen some good things and some things we still got to clean up a little bit. But for the most part, we see a bunch of good stuff out there, man. They was playing basketball, trying to get another rhythm before they head into Wednesday, and let them find out what they're gonna do with this team. And it came down to that today. Shot powers looks like guys to Matthews, Ryan, and what's the other guy? Mr. Lynn. The guy probably got Wade today, and now we're gonna go with the guy that we got 14 guys, and we get to see them cat. Hopefully, we get to see most of them on Wednesday night. But
yes, it was a very good game and a very competitive game. Even with all our guys out, I can imagine if Cat was in there, if Mitch was there, if Josh Shaw was there. So, a very good game, and we still kept to win. So, I just, it's not much that you can say, man. This team is ready for greatness. A very good backup team, and a couple of guys that's at the end of the bench that can really come in and contribute if necessary. So we rolling. Everybody that want to see the young guys, well, you're going to get a chance to see the young guys this year. You know what I mean? But which young guys are we going to see? Are we going to see more of the Muhammad's and Hakapurtis, or are we going to see more of the Tyler Koliks and the Kodadiers? So it's going to be a wonder to see how it comes down. All four of those guys, I believe, can get major minutes this year. No, I don't want to say major minutes. We'll get a significant amount of minutes this year that can make them really fill into a role that we will need down the stretch.
Yeah, real talk. I think they're going to get it because I think the way this team, if we think this team going to click the way they're going to click, I mean, we're going to have a lot of nights where they score a lot of points, might have some blowouts games here and there, and guys get in there and get some minutes because the game was in control of most of the whole fourth quarter. They will keep these games in control with the offense they got and their defense playing up the par. You get to see the young guys play a lot of minutes in New York, man. But but still, I think he's gonna really start 35 minutes, whatever the case may be. Let some of the other guys get 13 minutes out there, which is fine. Other than Mitch probably going 24 with somebody. He's gonna do what he do, just like Tibbs did. I don't think to that level with Tibbs did, but he'll run his 35, 34 minutes out of the stars. And the young guys gonna get in what they do. Like right now, they all there. The thing about it, Cole's still there. Like Shot Power said, Tyler Cole's still there. Muhammad looked pretty decent yesterday. I like his game. I like his game for day one. Like his size. So they're gonna go out there and just keep playing, man. Try to get better. Jameson had a good game last night. He was active all over the place, and so it was good to see. Good to see the young guys. I'm glad they kept him here. Much of we thought Brock couldn't make it. We still got them guys, and a lot of people, a lot of our family in the chat wanted them guys to be here, and they're here. So salute to the Knicks for keeping them. And like I said, I think the Brogdon retirement decision made it a little more easier. I'm not saying they won't get moved somewhere down the line, but for now, they got to start the season in the New York Knicks uniform against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I know they're happy. They ain't have to worry about picking up, going to another town, another state, or whatever, or across the country, whatever. They stay in New York, where they got drafted at to be able to play this team. So I'm looking forward to some guys going out there, taking advantage of the situation. We'll see Wednesday, man. That's when we don't really see what's going on and everything like that. So it's going to be a big night Wednesday, open night. It's going to be lit in the city. It's going to be lit everywhere. So I'm really looking forward to it. But other than that, it was just a good job overall. They won the game last night. That's the most important thing. So to the coaches in the building, president in the building. So you guys, I appreciate y'all coming in. There's a lot of things we got to get ready for the season. But so far, from what I seen last night, Shot Powers, I like the way Jalen Brunson closed it out. McKelvin playing good all preseason. He's looking pretty good on both sides of the ball. Deuce Bryant's looking good on both sides of the ball. In the preseason, Shamman looked good. He made the team. He's gonna be a key player when we need him down there. Well, he's in the rotation or not, but he will be a key person on that team. So overall, we have some guys play pretty good. Shot Powers in the summer league and the preseason. Hopefully, can carry over to the regular season.
Yeah, guys stepped up, especially from the guys that came back from last year. We know Shamman can get hot. We know Shamman can hit an open shot if he's left open and stuff like that. He's quick off the trigger. I mean, he has some good defense. And I mean, he stays in front of you and stuff. He plays hardcore defense for up and down the line. From 1 to 3, 1 to 4. You know what I mean? So the Deuce looked good. You see a lot of time with Jalen Brunson on the court when Jalen Brunson was looking for Deuce last night with those open 3-point shots. Mikal is playing a different style of basketball than up in and penetrating and kicking it, and the short mini is still there, and now that corner 3-point shot is looking even more crisp now. So one thing we have to do now is fill in with Cat tomorrow. I mean, Cat and OG and Mitch Robinson on Wednesday. You know what I mean? We have to fill in those spots that we played last night with those guys, and hopefully we can have the same wherewithal to win the game again, just like we did last night in the preseason game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real talk. I think it's going to be good because even one thing I got to mention, even looking at Jordan Clarkson, him learning how to play in that system, he's learning how to get buckets. He get buckets then anywhere, but he hit some nice 3 short-point shots last night. He was getting to the rim. He had some raw. Yabusele found a little rhythm, even though he went 2 for 7, but he still found something. You could see when he opened, he could knock that shot down. And that's going to be different between him and Pressure Achua. because he can do that and Precious Jewel can't do it. You know, he's not at that level. Precious Jewel hits some in the corner every now and then, but Yabusele pretty much good around that whole perimeter with that shot. So I think that's going to be if we can bring that percentage up like he shot it last year, 38, 30, 37, 38, 39% last year for Yabusele, he's going to have an impact on the team with that 3-point shot. And so I'm overall looking for all this to really translate hopefully to some wins. But overall, I think it was a good preseason. You know, 4-1. You don't really count the wins like that because it's really all about trying to fine tune your game and figure this and that, figure that out, and try to get all the little nuances out of the way of how you're going to play the rest of the year. So, but I think they did good. I think the young guys played good this summer. Kudos to them too. I think they did pretty good this summer as well. Under Mike Brown, first time all of them counting our main guy play under this guy's system. I think they handled pretty well. I mean, you see it wasn't. I think as every game went on, they shoot percentage started getting better, and they started understanding the way he wanted to play. But it's still some tweaks that's going to go on. That's why I say maybe time you get to the 10th game of the season, 15th game of the season, you're really there to have this thing down by then. Enough to feel like he don't have to correct them a lot. Let me put it like that. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, that's pretty much, I don't want to say the style of basketball that he's going to do, but I believe he's going to do something similar. He will coach, he will say some things, but more in the lines of, already what the schemes are. You already know what the plays are. And I mean, I may critique something or I may want you to change something up, so I might blurt out something. But majority of the time, I want to sit on the side and see you operate without me having to tell you something. And I believe that will happen. I think, it's a different style of basketball. You hear the narrative out there is everybody has the same baseline to today's scheme, that baseline. You know what I mean? If you want to speed it up a little bit where your team is running faster, or if you want to lay back a little bit and play a little bit more defense. So that makes a difference and stuff like that. And I think, what we're coming out with this year is going to be something different than we have played in the last 2 years. And I'm happy to see this. This is the same team from last year, but this would be a totally different way of being coached than the last prior 2 years to Jalen Brunson being here.
Yeah. You know what? With them having this roster pretty much already just intact now so far, at least to get of the year. You know who's going to be there. You know who's not going to be there. You think he rolled out the Mitchell Robinson starting 5 with Cat and them. And if we go that way, then we had to see how that second unit is going to go. Because I still think the second unit is up in the air to me with the way they're going to run it so far. That's Mitchell Robinson start. We know obviously up to the 4 spot is he going to run Haka Purdy at that 5? That's what's going to be interesting to see to me. I'm not.
I think that's where they run it. In my opinion, I don't think they run it with the Haka Purdy as being the center too often. From what we've seen from him the other day, in my opinion, it didn't look all that great. So I think they will run a Haka Purdy with Yabusele, with Josh Hart, with Deuce McBride, and with Clarkson. And Shammer will get some minutes sporadically to be sprinkled in when he needs to be. Muhammad to be sprinkled in when this blowout games or a big lead, want to put Mikal down or something like that. And the same with Shamif and the rest of the guys. So I think hopefully you won't see much minutes from the starting unit this year. Not saying that we don't need it, but I think the more minutes, like last year, everybody was talking about the minutes that they played. It wasn't the fact of how many minutes they played. It was the consecutive minutes that were played when they were on the court. And I don't think we'll see so much of that this year. I think we'll see more consecutive minutes towards the fourth quarter, the closeout games, or either the third quarter coming out of the break to take a lead so they can relax a little bit more in the fourth quarter. So they got a lot of players that can in different games, you're going to see different closing lineups. So it's going to be great to see how every game could be a different way of closing the game out. One night you might see Josh Hart, one night you might see Jalen Brunson and Clarkson out there together. We've seen it yesterday, so don't be surprised to see it if you see it in the regular season.
Are you aware? Do you hear anything about Josh Hart? Is he going to be ready for the beginning for first game of the season?
I didn't hear much about anything this. I didn't hear much about the cuts. Wasn't no big information out there today. I didn't really hear much about. I knew who would be, but I didn't actually hear. I think Josh Hart will probably be back. I think he'll be back Wednesday. I think he'll be ready for Wednesday. I think he was out more so to tend to the hand, in my opinion. To tend to the hand and probably get some massage and all stuff for the back. But I think the hand is going to be I don't want to say the problem, but the biggest ailment that he will have this year, hopefully not from what this whole year with the finger. So I think they want to. You might not see Josh Hart play as many games this year, maybe because of the finger, but maybe not. He played last year and the finger was all jacked up like that. It looked bad. So you see that finger was like, but. I think, if Muhammad and all these guys come out here and play the way that they need to play, Josh Hart doesn't have to play 37 minutes like he did last year. And I mean, Josh Hart could be great with 28 minutes, closing out some games because Josh Hart is good at that. Getting that big rebound, getting that big stop, getting that big push down the basket off a rebound and pushing the ball up the court. He does that great. So, the way they can close out the lineup is going to be phenomenal to watch this year.
Yeah, it seemed like he said, hey, ladies and gentlemen, is it my audio that I'm having a problem with? Is I'm too low? I don't know. Sound like
your volume?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, maybe a little echo.
Okay, let me see. So let me try to go into my settings. I'm glad they were saying that because I wasn't sure what they were talking about. Hold up, bear with me 1 minute. Speaker, mic. Can you hear me, Shop Powers? They said very.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I mean, I did hear. It wasn't like it was major. Like you had like like it was a little bit like an echo, but it ain't bad. I didn't notice it, but it wasn't like something that I would say, like your divine. Like it wasn't like he was echoing like whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, I don't even I
don't know if it might be one of my settings. I'm not sure. For that, ladies and gentlemen, for the inconvenience. But yeah, man, I think they got a good team to work with. They got a lot of way they run the game situation, how he gonna do the things that they do. Especially at the end of the game, or depending on what the situation. If they in the game where they need their defense to be in there, I'm quite sure he'll find a way to get them defensive players in there. And if he's in a situation where the offense need to be popping because they might be down something, but they need the offense to get them back in the game. Well, he got some people who can get buckets too. So I think he good. I think he's good on either side of the ball, no matter what happens. And if they have a good year, man, I hope they go out there and have a good year, and because I think they got the squad to do it. Let me just say it like this here: there's no excuses in New York this year. And I just think we got to go out there and just be better than we were last year, and hopefully stay relatively healthy through the year and not lose no key pieces. I think we got a chance to make some noise. I really do. I put the Knicks up against any team in the East. I don't care who it is. I think we can wait. This man, he's looking for a championship. He's trying to get you one here. So that's all he's sleep for at night for a championship league on road right now. So I think he got us right there. He got us right there. Shot Powers. Let's see how it all formulates through the rest of the season. Things happen in the NBA. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's luck. Sometimes it's just you're in the right place at the right time, whatever the case may be. But I think we definitely got, when it's all said and done, we definitely got a chance to be one of the last two teams if everything go according to plan. And Mike Brown's system under the way. master Mike Brown's system, like I said, in probably 10 to 15 games, understand a little bit more. Let the chemistry get there, because the guys are missing a couple of preseason games here and there. They still got to get the continuity and the flow of the offense working the way you want it to. But now that this kind of who playing, who's starting, who's coming in, they'd be okay. It's gonna take a minute though. You know, like I said, it's gonna take a minute with a new coach. Ain't like, you know, it's not like it's Tibbs' same system they coming in here to do this year, but they probably can walk in the door and do it. You know what I mean? So it'll take a little bit of adjustment, but I think they're gonna adjust to it real well. Some good high IQ guys on that team. A lot of them come from good colleges, a lot of good players. They all got intellect, so I'm not worried about it too much. Let's go get it, man. I'm really ready to see these guys get a pop of Wednesday.
Yeah, the team is the same team, pretty much the same team from last year. It's just the schemes and the way that Mike Brown's rotations and the way he's going to want to push the ball is going to be a little bit different. I mean, but this team is played together, and I believe that this team will be fine together. You know what I mean? I think just because of them knowing each other will make the team a little easier to get over the hump, to get better in the scheme of Mike Brown's system. You know what I mean? So the lead up to learning the system is going to be good, nice to watch. You will notice the learning the system, applying the system, and mastering the system, because when you start to see them master the season, hopefully by, you know, almost mid-season, 30 something games to 40 games right around February or something like that. When they start mastering the system, when you start seeing them putting consecutive wins against big teams up, then you're gonna know that the system is really working. And you know, one of the biggest things for the system to work is health. You know what I mean? Last year we had one of the strongest medical teams, and I hope that they could put in a lot of work this year. You know what I mean? Knock on wood, no financial injuries or something like that. You know, everybody's gonna have a little injury, maybe a little twist here, a little bang knee here, a little groin here, something like back spat, whatever it's gonna be. As long as it's not as long, and the team, what makes this team so much better than last year, we are going to definitely utilize the G League this year with those three guys in the G League. And I mean, if anything happens to anybody, we have players to extend our run for a couple of days, weeks, or so in the G League too. So it's going to be a good year to watch, because I haven't seen a team like this. Our G League guys are an extension of our 14 guys right now. So we're actually playing with about 17 guys this year. And those three guys that we got in the G League are really good guys that we could bring up if we need another big man, if we need another power forward, if we need a small forward. You know what I mean? You know, great picks, man. And it's going to extend our life as an NBA team to have those guys in the G League to help us if OG's out with a sprain, or you know what, I don't even want to mention anybody. I don't think Mikal ever going to get hurt. If Josh Hart is suffering from the knee thing that he has going on almost every year for 3 or 4 games, we have players to come in that could fill those voids. You know what I mean? It won't be the same void, and it won't be like that person that's coming in is going to know exactly how to play with the team, but at least there'll be someone to fill in that can run the same schemes that the G League is going to run, like the NBA team. So I'm ready to see that.
Can you hear me now? How that milk mic sound out? You hear me?
Yes, it's not way better. It's not. I mean, not lagging, but it had like an echo to
put
it.
on the camera mic. It took off my Yeti. Yeah, pardon me for that. Yeah, shout out, everything you hit was dead on, man. We just got enough there. We got a lot there, man. Let me salute to the chat too. Prezi was good. Dave Smith, East Blue was good. My man, good to see you. Nick Yak is in the building. Salute to everybody. CC was good. Everybody salute to the chat, man. Fade, my man Fade was popping. Everybody salute. But yeah, man, this team ready to go, man. I think they ready to go. I think they'll go out there and do what they got to do this year to try to get to that to where they want to go to. There's going to be some peaks and valleys, but I think it's going to be more peaks and valleys, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to have more good times than bad times with this team this year. The biggest thing for me is Mike Brown, but I already know what all the players can do. Like I always say, Mike Brown is going to be the one thing I'm really zoomed in on this year because he's new to this thing. Other than Yabusele and Clarkson, he's new to this thing. So we already know what Jalen Brunson, Anunoby, all these guys can do, man. We know how they get down. It's going to be really important to see how they buy into this system that's going to be running. And let's see how they handle Mike Brown's intensity, his passion, his energy. Because Mike Brown, he get at it. You know what I mean? So let's see how they're going to adapt to his style and what he's going to do. But I think they're going to get it done, though. I think they are professionals there, and we can get it done. Listen, let's look at these highlights right quick, and then we not the highlights. I meant to say, excuse me, I couldn't do the highlights today. They jumped for the reason with the audio. But let's look at the stats from last night, and then we get back at it, man. And then we're going to bring Jay, let open the panel up where we're going to come in. We get out of here because we got to do tomorrow. But yeah, let me throw that up here real quick. Shot Powers. Look at some stats last night. There was some interesting things I seen last night. With some of the players, the Warren Press mess out of me yesterday. I was on how he was getting down yesterday. He was definitely doing the thing last night from an energy standpoint. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all look at the score last night, 113-108. Obviously, there wasn't a lot of people there. No Melo Ball, no Brandon Miller. Some of their dogs they got over there, just like a lot of our dogs was on our team too. Cat, Anunoby, Hart, Mitch Robinson. You name it, Pacona didn't play. None of them guys didn't play neither. But so it was really a balanced game to me because they have Miles Bridges there. Carl Sexton looked real good for them. They got a team who might can pop by for that play-in, man. I think they can make the play-in if it all come together because they got some talent down there over there in Charlotte. But last night we won the game, and let's just show you what we did last night. Trey Jameson had a good game, 26 minutes for him. He snatched down 7 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, plus 20, 2 points. He definitely was a live body out there last night. Got that 2 points off that him and Jalen Brunson down off the fast break. Jalen Brunson threw the ball behind the back to him and he laid it in, so that was a good look for him. The Roar had some good minutes last night. 21 minutes, 3 for 7. He did 2 for 2 for the Charity Stripes, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, plus 12, 8 points. Good game for him. I'm glad Mike Brown gave him an opportunity to get in there and showcase what he could do. Because I like the way his game is gonna maturate over the next months and maybe the year for him. Next year he will be on that Nick rotation next year if he keep elevating his game for sure. Mikal Bridges had a good game. 33 minutes, 7 for 16, 2 for 8 from downtown. But he had 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. He just was a -4, but he had 16 points. The burner had 34 minutes. And everybody was getting on Mike Brown last night, but Mike Brown was like, listen, I got to get these cats ready. So he played Jalen Brunson 34 minutes last night. Rightfully thought they had too many players there anyway, but he had a good game, 12 for 25. Then he shot 50% from the floor, 5 and 12 from downtown, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. Played some good defense last night. Jalen Brunson, he had 6 turnovers, though, but he had 31. And obviously Clarkson had a pretty game. He was 5 for 13, but he was getting the points when he needed them. 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, -13. We had 13 points. And Yabusele knocked down 2 threes last night. He went 2 for 8, 22 minutes. Hawk Purdy, -15. He had 5 points, 5 rebounds. I think Sherman played a good game yesterday for sure. 3 for 5, 3 for 5 from downtown, 2 from 2, plus 3, 11 points. And obviously McBride had a wonderful game. I was happy with his game, man. 24 minutes, 4 for 9, 4 for 6 from downtown, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, plus 20. And Tyler Coley had just 6 points, plus 6. He played 14 minutes. That's about it for the Knicks standpoint. They didn't really had too much else going on. But other than that, I think that was overall good for them. Shot Powers, and I was happy to see that they got out there and did what they did last night. They total number from the floor and everything. They shot 47 from the floor, 34 from downtown, which was better than the previous game. They shot 72 from the Charity Stripe overall in the game last night. So they did enough to win the game. Shot Powers, and that's all we could have.
How many 3-pointers did they get up last night?
14 for as a team. The New York Knicks team 14. Let me get it right. 37%, 18 for 48.
48 3-point shots from the New York Knicks. 48.
Mm.
Whew. This is gonna be a good. This is gonna be a good year, especially if they get a volume like that with the shooters that we have.
Mhm.
If this team can go into, and if this team could be a 30, 37, 38 shooting team going down the stretch and almost 40% from the short ends of the left and the right side of the corners, this team gonna be something special, man. And I mean, you're looking at McHale. OG already starting to look like that. McHale is all over the place with it. Brunson, I've seen him shoot up some spot up 3-point shots. And I mean, Yabusele finally starting knocking down some shots yesterday. I think he got 2 out of 5 or 6 or 7, something like that. Something like that. He got a couple of shots, but he hit 2 big ones. I see with the first one, he was like, "Oh, finally in the guard," or whatever it was. Then the next one, he was on the other end. So this is going to be if the lineup stays the way I think that it's going to be with Mitch Robinson starting, and then having Clarkson, Deuce, Josh Yabusele, and and Harper Purdy in the backcourt. I think it's going to be an exciting year. I think it's going to be a very exciting year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we just got to be even kill this year, man. We got to be even kill this year because, like I said, it's the NBA. It's rigorous. It's long. It's going to be nights where you might not. Well, here, let me put it like this here: to be a championship team, you can't have certain nights like that. I think this team got to be locked in every night. There can't be no. We didn't bring our A game tonight. We used that a lot last year. If they bring their A game, they get, they don't, they get their bucket, which is true. But I don't think you're going to get a lot of them nights where you're not bringing your A game. I just don't think they're built for that right now. I think they know they got to get to where they got to go to. They need to win this division. Get that division out the way, lock it down, get a good seat, get home court advantage, and be in that top 4. And they were the Final Four last year. It's like they were the Final Four last year. They got to do that again. So I think they locked in one quarter at a time, shot powers, one game at a time. But I think they're gonna be way more better than they were last year to me. I just think they're gonna be better because of just the continuity in the bench alone. I just think they're gonna be better in them 2 phases. The continuity of the bench, they be a little bit more healthy at the beginning of the season. Let's see how it translates. I know we got the 2 big dogs there, Cat and Brunson. We got some good role players around them. And we also got some players, like you guys would say, ancillary players out there that can do what they do. So I'm just looking forward for them to get it done. Go out there and make it happen, man. And make the city proud. I think they're gonna go out there and show and prove. It's gonna be so nice. They're gonna lose. They ain't going 82-0, but they are gonna go out there and bring their A games out there. And I expect that. So it should be funny. It should be a fun season this year for us in New York City, Shop Powers.
Yeah, I think that the more and more that they play games, the better that they're gonna get at it, and the whole team. And once the I guess the nine guys, 9 solid guys get really into a good rotation, then every so often you'll see almost up to 11-man rotation. So let's hope that we can get to that soon, so we don't have to burn our guys out. We can sit Mitch down. We can have Cat out for a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't want to not say that they're not going to make their accolades to be the all-star type of things this year and stuff like that. And I mean, I hate to say it, in my opinion, I would give up for both of these guys or any of our guys going into an all-star game if by the break we're 38 and 9 or something like that. 40 games with 38 and 9. I could be okay not seeing that our guys being in the all-star game or something like that. So I take it any way we could get it. I mean, with those numbers though, that means one or two of our guys got to be in there. So, but you know, I think Jalen Brunson's still going to come out there. I think Cat's still going to be hitting hard. And be unsuspected guy to be in the All-Star game this year with averaging around maybe 24 points a game.
Mm-hmm. On a quick note with the last year, the highest 3-point attempt team looked like, wow, I want to say Chicago Bulls shot 42 of them, Cleveland Cavaliers 41, Golden State Warriors 42, Boston Celtics 47% last year, ladies and gentlemen. Attempts per game. So the league average is pretty much, I want to say, look like it's around the 37 and the 38. So
yeah, we was under last year.
Boston was the one that was a anomaly. They were like 47. They were knocking down. They were shooting 47 attempts a game. And what was we last year? We were down only at 34.
34.
Right?
34.
34. And so
we had a good percentage. We had a really good percentage hitting the shots, but we didn't take a lot of them.
Right.
And I mean, our percentage was good, but we didn't take a lot.
Yeah, our percentage was at 36%. League average, the highest I see so far last year was 38 by the Cavaliers, 37 point to 30. Oklahoma City 37%, Houston Rockets 37%. So we didn't do bad from a percentage standpoint. We just didn't shoot a lot. But I think Mike Brown changes the game with that this year, and it makes a difference on there. Jay Chola was good, my man. Salute. Oh, sorry. Oh, there you go, my bro. What's popping?
How you guys doing, bro?
Yeah, we good, my man. We good. Real quick, let me salute the chat real quick. Frank Matos was good. CC, everybody, salute to the chat, man. Thank y'all for coming in. Jay Chola just chopped on the panel, man. Salute everybody. Real talk. Yeah, man. Jay Chola was good, my man.
Sure. Now you guys sound very crisp.
Yeah,
if anybody hears it before it was a little bit choppy, but it was good enough to hear you. So I'm about to text you. Just keep going. Don't matter. It was a good game. I was surprised to sit that long. You know, preseason sports always scare the hell out of me anyway. Like when McBride hit the floor like that, man, I was like, no, that's why. Don't do that. But you know what I saw yesterday? A lot of good pickups. I think it might have been Jalen. There was somebody open in the corner. He slid over to the corner. It might have been Deuce or Jalen. I'm not sure, but somebody was open in the corner. He slid over to the corner. There was a lot of good pickups. Bubbled well, and I mean, you know, there's a lot. You know, it's tough around here. You know, like I'm gonna tell you the difference. I know a lot of people with the Dadier and the award. The young man attacks the basket.
Ooh, yes, he does.
He attacks the basket. Period. That is one of the biggest differences I see. Is that he is not afraid of that moment. You know what I mean? And with the cuts that they made, obviously, you know that unless something happens in a short period of time, what is it, 5 o'clock tomorrow, something like that?
No, today. We're talking about the
today, right? It was over, right?
Yeah,
today.
Lynn, Ryan, and Garrison Matthews got waived today.
Right. I think Matthews left yesterday, but I found out about it today. But yeah,
he was on the bench last night.
Yeah, but somebody told me it was like right after. But either way, he's gone.
Right.
He's gone. Right. Today, tomorrow, the day before, yesterday. You're right. He was on the bench. Right about that. Definitely, DOR has So the deal is that we don't want any more towel waivers, right? We want people that can jump in the game, put in some decent minutes, even if it's a few minutes. Like for instance, we talking about we don't even know the fresh starting lineup, let's say, right? If you want to preserve, let's say Mitch, but you start him, it doesn't mean that he's going to be in there for a long, extended period of time. It also doesn't mean he's not going to play with the second unit sometimes. See, the whole thing about the second unit is that we finally have a resemblance of a second unit, period. The second units never come in to get like a full blown, let's all go in at once. So, like I call it the Lego joint, I really believe it's going to change. It's all about that who's that extra guy. You had, Hart's hurt, so it's not going to be Hart. I don't believe it'll be Hart. I believe it's going to be probably Mitch or maybe Deuce. But I like the movement. I like the fact that he's letting them play. I don't know if you noticed that, but he's kind of like, he does a few things, but he's really letting them play. And like I said to you the other day, he's letting the other coaches do a lot of the huddles too. So he's really trying to incorporate everybody into this team. So all eyes are on him. The truth, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I can't wait for the game, man. I can't wait for that first game.
Yeah, but it's gonna be exciting, man. I think I'm super excited about it. I like this team. What's different from last year? The numbers should be better. Our offensive numbers should be around the same thing or better. Second half, but I do think our bench scoring is going to be better. I think that we'll score more this year for sure. I'm expecting our offense to be a little bit more fluid this year because we got some guys on the bench who can knock down some shots, and we got a pretty good deep roster there. Continuity's there. Rebounding, I think we'll be fine, especially with Mitch helping Cat out at the beginning. Because you don't lose even because Josh Hart did, and the rebound still stayed the same. Because Josh Hart and Mitch rebound about the same thing number wise. So I don't think you lose too much from a rebound perspective. What I like about the situation is that now we don't have to worry about Josh Hart having that ball in his hand, kind of disrupt the rhythm all around on the perimeter, who might cause one of them other 3 or 4 players to be out of rhythm. But now that he might not be in the starting unit, if it's Mitch, then we only got to worry about these 4 guys that's around that perimeter now. With Josh Hart, you had to worry about Anunoby touching it, Cat touching it, Brunson touching it, McHale touching it, and who was that? Josh Hart touching it.
Yeah.
Now, I think guys can get more shots up. Some of our main guys, our 4 guys can get a little bit more shots.
Yep.
Because so that's not a bad thing either. So I think overall, I think like we always say, Mitch can play the first 3 or 4 minutes. He goes to the bench, then come in whoever comes in.
Right.
So and then next thing you know, when Cat go out, Mitch can come back. And it'll be Mitch in the opposite. So that we always gonna have a big guy in on both sides in the starting unit and the second unit, because Mitch could probably be the first one to come out, or unless it's Deuce for somebody, who knows. But I don't think we'll never be without a big guy, just due to the fact that Mitch not going to play crazy minutes nonstop. So I think it works out well. Even if you take Mitch out and you bring either Josh Hart back in, or you bring Yabusele back in first. Right. You know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah, I think they got some pattern shot power that they can work with. Let's see how it goes, man. I think this team will be ready to go with it.
How Jay says that Lego thing is real, man. The type of lineups and the type of things that they can really put out there is going to be fun to watch. And the best part of watching it is watching them getting the cohesion together. The with Clarkson being on the court, being Yabusele being on the court with some of our starters and stuff like that. It's just going to make us a better team. And I mean, last year, and once again, man, we were a good team last year. No bench, but we was a good team. 51 wins last year with no bench. No bench. Our highest scoring person off the bench last year was Deuce. Was Deuce with 9?
Yep.
So I think if we could get four or five, way better than what we were last year. And with the guys that we have out there, I believe Josh Hart could get 9 points. I believe Deuce Pratt could get 9 points. I believe Clausen could get 9 points. And I surely do believe that Yabusele could get 9 points. Now, if we get Purdy out there, grab up 6, 7, 8 rebounds in the time that he's in with 2 assists and 2 blocks, maybe 2 or 4 points or something like that, I'll take that. And I mean, because that's way our second team to be in the top 10 and next year, top 10 in scoring from our second unit. That's what we need. We need help from our second unit. We showed that we had scorching earth, the hot fire starters from the starting unit. And now this year, I need us to get a little bit more in depth with the second unit so we can have a more balanced team this year.
Yeah, we definitely did impact. Now, we're going to be shooting more threes also. So to me, we got more threes to shoot. Sometimes your percentages get lower. So we got to hope that they be on point. Because it's not about how many you take, it's are you taking the right ones? You know what I mean? Like, so they can take a good one, then no matter how many you throw up there, they good open looks, and ain't nobody on you all the time, then I don't have a problem. They shoot that high 38, 39. Because as long as they good threes, they not contested all the time. And the way they play, it seems like Mike Brown got them pushing the pace, guys running to the corner. Fast breaks. That's gonna be a nice open three for them guys because they got obviously gonna want to key into the ball handler coming down that middle in front of them. If it's 2 or 1 or 2, whatever, you never know. So with him having that model of spreading, kicking to that corner, gonna be a lot of threes like that. Mikal, Anunoby, all them guys. Cat coming down the middle, trailing, pulling up at the top of the key, knocking down threes. And Brunson doing what he's doing. This will be interesting, man. I think they got a chance to do it because I think they're going to be doing it with a faster pace, not against a set defense all the time. And with the way they move the ball, from what I've seen so far, Jay Choden, Sharp Powers, the way they moving that ball in preseason, that means they're not going to be a lot of contested ones all the time. They just find that pass. So if they real consistent, good shots, I think they can shoot. I can see this team killing it this year from 3-point. And with the added bench power, Yabusele giving us what my man Chua couldn't give us from a 3-point line. So that's going to be interesting to see. And but I think the key to him is that his penetration, getting in that lane, going to help Deuce out, and Yabusele out, and Josh Hart out. That's going to help out greatly because once he gets down that lane, they're going to be, Jordan Clarkson get buckets down there. So it'll be interesting, Jay Cho. They got a lot of firepower to work with.
No doubt about it. And the thing is, it's a couple. He's an attacker. Now we see the young kid. He is an attacker. Brunson's an attacker. They attack that basket. With Mitch in there, that if it goes off the rim, it's back up and inside the rim, or it's back out for a new chance, right? So now you restart. If Huck can do that for the second unit and learn how to do that, that 9 turns into 16, 12. 9 and 9, you know what I mean? Because now and with the 8 rebounds, that offensive rebounding is so important, and I think that some people get it misconstrued that that Cat like needs Mitch to get busy or whatever. No, it helps.
Right.
It helps the scoring. It helps the rebounding. It helps the other people do what they do. And Cat proved already that he could be an all-star center, and he's played at a high level as a power forward. I do think on our team he's a mixture, but he has played more center. So just because they start together doesn't mean they're going to finish together. It does on some games. It doesn't mean that it's going to change the way that they play. It just means that the rebounds are going to go up, shots are going to change. People, you mentioned it great. And I want to mention one more thing, that there's going to be so many of that second chances and stuff, and because a lot of the players are going to be down there, people are going to be open. I hope that they don't overboard the shooting threes, like, because now they're going to be getting 40, 45 threes up. They don't make dumb ones, because that is now the new, the brand new way of shooting. That rebound is great for people who can't score on a slash like that, or whose center is 6'4" in Golden State or 6'8". I'm talking about, let's get the smart threes, like you're saying. Don't have to do all that. I do know that a lot of NBA players say a lot of times when you're wide open, you miss those threes because you get enough time to think too much, and you shoot that stuff in threes, at least 2-3 seconds. Mississippi, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. That's a long time. You're gonna have time to shoot. So I'm really happy to see it. If you watch it when Yabusele made his first one after missing the first few, that smile, that hug, the way he came out, he's ingratiated himself with the team. And all he keeps talking about is how much he loves to be here, how much he wanted to be here, how much all that. And then Clarkson too. It's a team that seems very destined. If you think it's finals or bust, that is the best way to think, because we've taken a step every year. But if you're okay with just getting to the finals and not winning, I don't know, championship or bust. Because once you get to the finals, you know how much of a heartbreak that would be if you don't win it. So to me, that's why I keep saying championship or bust, because I don't know if I can take that, red fox, so I'll be my hand up in the air and all that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we look good, man. We got a couple of youngsters, and we got the core four, and I think a lot of people are gonna learn a lot of things, man. I really want to see the. It's hard to say for a man who's playing for a long time, but the maturity of what's going to happen. And we have so many moving pieces. That Legoland is so for real. There's so many different lineups we can make. So,
yeah. And it ain't a prime too. That's a good thing about our team. We got a lot. Our main dudes are in their prime. Even Cat been around a long time, but I still think he in his prime though. I mean, he might be a more year out more than Brunson because he's been in the league 9-10 years. But a lot of guys, they in their prime and under. I mean, we don't have no old team, but I think we got a high character team. We got an intelligent team. We got a coach who done coached around some of the best players and the best coaches in the game. There's not too many things we look. We got talent, we got intellect there, we got guys who done been deep before, been to the Western Conference Finals, went to the East last year, been to the West, been to the Eastern Conference Finals, Ananobi been to a championship. You know what I mean? Mikal Bridges, I think, went to the Western Conference Finals, I'm not mistaken, that have been there before. and that's a good thing. You know what I mean? So, and Clarkson been in the playoffs. You know, all around good. Jules McBride been in the playoffs. Mitchell Robinson been in the playoffs. Our whole team, damn near everybody on that team has.
I'm trying to think of one that hasn't. Is there one that hasn't?
And and that's the reason why you can see why Tyler Cole and them still there, because they've been to the playoffs.
Yabu maybe.
Maybe I think he went with Boston though.
Oh, you might be right. Yeah, probably.
He went with Boston.
Yeah. So I mean, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's a good thing. So I think when we get to the playoffs this year, even if you call Tyler Cole or you call a guy, it won't be like a deer in the headlights compared to last year, last season. Man. Excuse me. Yeah. So you know, and we got a bench that can stand the weather any storm to me, other than Canada. For a short period of time, we got a deep enough team. If we lose Brunson and Canada, somebody for like 10 games, we'd be okay. We'd be okay. That's a good thing about having a deep team. That we know we okay. We'll be able to like tread water, stay 500 at least. You know, when we went 9-7 without Brunson last year, 9-6, 9-7, I think, or something of that nature. But we was 500 without the team last year, and I think you know, if we could stay relatively healthy, I think we got a plan for sure. Yep, cool.
Yeah. I mean, look, we look good. Guys, I don't know if you're gonna say something now. That's why I waited.
I mean, it's not much to say about this team right now. You know, on paper, we've been talking about the whole off season. You know, from right here from Knicksville Talk on paper. You know what I mean? And now it's not no more on paper. You know what I mean? It is on the court. You know what I mean? Wednesday starts on the court action. And I believe that the guys are going to come through. Like I said, they still need to gel. They still need to get that to build off of this new system. But the greatest thing about that is they already played together last year. Majority of these guys played together last year. It's only Clarkson and Yabusele that really have to figure out how the team is going to go down. Aside from that, man, there's going to be a different way the lineup is going to be. I mean, Mitch Robinson is going to start this year. Josh Hart started, so it's going to be a new lineup like that. Just a couple of new nuances just to get familiar with, so that they can be ready for it. You know, like I said, we always used to give Tibbs 25, 30 games or something like that before he go. You know what I mean? I don't think this team is going to start slow this year. I think this team is going to fire out the box. I don't think we're going to have no. Well, let's see. You know what I mean? On paper, everything looks good.
I tell you what's interesting to me. We got. And I know they only individual accolades, but we got players that really got a chance to win some accolades. Jalen Brunson could be the MVP. We got Anunoby there, could be part of that defense player of the year thing.
Mitch Robinson.
We got guys who could be
Bridges.
Got a chance to be in that 6 man of the year thing. And we got, I think Mikal Bridges probably got a chance to do the all-star thing. People don't forget, he had a good year last year. Last year was one of his better years. He averaged 14 for his career. He averaged 18 a game last year. You know what I mean? His numbers went up last year. And Anunoby averaged 18 last year. I think Mikal's going to be really good in Mike Brown's system, because Mike Brown and Mikal played most of his career on the West Coast in that system. So I think he's going to be more suitable for Mike Brown than he was for Tom Thibodeau. Let me put it like that. His game reflect with Mike Brown doing more than it did Tom Thibodeau game. That's why I think Mikal going to have a really good year, because I think the type of style that a man play is the way he like to play. Get up and down the court, hit that open three, knock the midi down, fast break, steal, run, block, and run. You know what I mean? Mikal's suited for that. And I think he's going to have a good year. So he could be on the cusp of making an all-star. It'll be tough at that forward spot in the East, because you got a lot of good guys at that position and at the small forward spot in the NBA, unless he played the two. I mean, if he played the two, then, you never know. I mean, that means you have to deal with the Von Carrolls of the world and all those guys. You just focus on the two guards in the league. And I think he'd be one of the better two guards in the league. And I think he got a chance to get accolades too. So this team got some good. They got some good talent. Wednesdays will all go down, ladies and gentlemen. Cleveland, this is for you. So
I got one question before we get off.
sure.
6 men on the second in the second unit. Who's the first guy comes off the bench?
First guy off the bench in the second unit for me probably gonna be.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Yabusele.
Me too. You beat me. I'm gonna tell me. Can I tell you why, or you want to say why?
Pretty much, you might probably me and you on the same page.
Yes, because Mitch is going to slide out. Towns is going to go up to the 5. Yeah, Vaselli's going to slide into the 4, and they're going to keep it just like that. Or he can go to the 3. Depends on what they do with. No, he'll go to the 4 and
JW
and
JW.
the 3. Kelly and Clarkson together at the same time, but probably not. It depends because Mitch is going to come out maybe a little sooner than the other 4. So I don't know. You know that. I agree.
I can't say because I think we got 3 guys that have the rights to fight for 6 men for this team this year. I think Julius to get it. I think Clarkson more. He already had it once to be in New York Knicks. He could probably have it again. And Josh Hart. I believe Josh Hart last year would have been 6 man of the year if he would have been in the second unit coming off the second unit last year. So we got 3 guys that's going to be vying for that. That's why I asked that question because I don't know who's going to be the 6. I don't know who's going to come off as this quasi 6 man. I don't know who's going to be because we got Deuce McBride, Clarkson, and Josh Hart. Shit. Who shoot?
Yeah, I think
shoot.
JW got Hart there, and I can see that as well because even if you take Mitch out, you still could bring Josh Hart in, right?
Yep.
Then the next person to go out might be Anunoby.
Yeah, Anunoby, right?
So I get it. It's great because I think I don't think Brunson out that early, and I don't think he'll sub Cat out that early. I don't think he'll do that. Them is dogs.
Depending on foul trouble, but yes, I agree with you. 100%.
First 5 to 7 minutes, just like Tom Thibodeau worked. First 5 to 7 minutes, then here comes our Mitch, and here comes somebody in, and then the next minute or the next substitution, somebody else is coming right after that. It's going to be quick. They're going to be. I don't think there's going to be no one that actually plays a whole quarter like that, like Julius Randle did for the Knicks and stuff like that. Or I don't think you're going to see Cat out there for 12 minutes or Jalen Brunson out there for 12 minutes. I don't know. Maybe some games, but I don't think an unordinary league. I don't think any of those guys will play. I think there'll be substitute. Cat will come out about 8 minutes. I don't think anybody will play the whole first 12 minutes. None of the starters. I don't. In my
Josh
opinion.
Hart.
Go ahead.
Let's go real quick. Josh Hart got a chance to be the leading rebounder in the league. I'm going to tell you why. Because now he's not battling against Cat and Mitchell to get rebounds.
Right.
That's the beauty of Josh Hart, gentlemen, going to the second unit. Because you know why? Now he don't have to compete against the rebounder, and he don't got to compete against the scoring either. Like, you know, it's like him, Clarkson, and Deuce McBride. You know what I mean? It's like I'm that seniority dude. Now his offense game should be much more better because I think the percentage is going to be better because he don't have to say when I'm going to get my 3-point shot. It have to be like when I'm open, I got it. But now in the second unit, he can take a little more charge of the offense. So it's going to be interesting to see, man. It's going to be pretty dope for Josh Hart.
That also might stop him from jumping and passing a lot too, because I think his jumping and passing had a lot to do with the fact that he thought that other people should take that shot instead of him because they were better at that shot. But on the second unit, he might not be jumping and taking. He'll take that shot, or he's going to increase. I'm telling you right now, he's going to increase in assists. He's going to increase in rebounds if he starts on the second unit, and he might even increase in points. I'm telling you right now that there is possible. He is possible. That is a big possibility I think 3 people at least are going to the All-Star game on this. I'm gonna say that right now. 3 need that. That's the type of team that we have. And you're right, there are 3. God forbid that this young man, Yabusele, starts getting his mind right and he really, really puts into this team because he can shoot a 3. He knows it. I don't know if you've been watching it. I look for all these things. He knows how to set a pick to make a man knock out. He stood there one time. The man fell. Yeah. He flew like 6 feet in the air and went on the thing. I'm like, so, you know, who knows what you're gonna get with him, and if he could, you know, and then, you know, to have him and you know, just to think about it with him. Let's just say Huckaporty for a minute. Him, Huckaporty, Hart, Clarkson, Deuce, or, you know, whatever. You might even, you know, if it's a laugh or two, say Diawara. I mean, you got so many possibilities of moving this team around and what they're going to do. They are very sound at what they're doing. Their passing looks fluid. Their shooting looks fluid. You look at their moves. There's new moves. Deuce got a couple new moves. JB looked like his good old self yesterday with those moves. Was crazy. He had 2 moves. One was, I believe, no, it was Huckaporty both times. Huckaporty did one thing nice, and that I don't know. Remember that bounce pass he hit Huckaporty with when he was going there? That was gorgeous. But he missed one, and it was Huck. Like I just said, off the rebound, back in. Off the rebound, back in. I really hope that Mitch worked with him. Like he really worked with him. You're like
Huckaporty yesterday was being coached up by Cat, and he probably has been coached up by Mitchell Robinson. Yep. And yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to undercut him because I can't say exactly what the numbers was, but I at least seen him grab 4 rebounds yesterday. I don't know how many rebounds he had in total, but I think it was more like 6. Somebody has some rebounds, got like 5 or 6 rebounds, and 2 or 3 of them was offensive, but they're real good. And what was it, Devon?
I think it was Huck.
Jameson has 7. Let me see. I think the numbers right here. KNICKS, who has 7 rebounds. The War has 7 rebounds. James rebounds.
So it must have been the War. It must have been the War. I think one of them had a lot of rebounds, with 3 of them was offensive.
Yep. Yeah.
That must have been the War.
Yeah, Dewar had 3 up.
That was 3. Yeah, and he played a good game yesterday. But even looking back at Huckaporty, 5 rebounds and what he had, maybe 12, 14, 16 minutes. How many minutes? 22 minutes. That's not bad, man. With a couple of baskets, I think he had a block shot. I mean, you know, he played pretty.
And a steal.
Yeah, he played pretty good ball, man. And I think he'll help Huckaporty. I think he'll help Yabusele out. You know what I mean? I think he'll help him out tremendously because, in my opinion, if Yabusele has to play center, he only has to play for 2 plays. You know what I mean? A minute or 2. I don't think you see him out there because depending on who the team is out there with him, you know what I mean? If you leave him out with all those shorter guys, he's gonna have a problem. Yeah. If you leave him out there with Josh Hart, Clarkson, Deuce McBride, and Shaman, he's gonna have a problem being a center, in my opinion.
And you know, and like I said, even during the preseason, not even preseason, for training camp, Yabusele is one of the guys I said he's gonna come out the gate. He's gonna be the most struggling Nick because he played the feeble all summer long. He came out of he played a whole NBA season last year, probably the most minutes he played because he played 75 games. Because when and beating on one guy that was the best year of his career, like 11 points a game, shot almost 40% from downtown, played 70-something games, but then he also played the fever. So I was like, this summer, I was like, you know what? his legs going to be hard to catch up more than anybody's. I mean, he had been playing basketball around the whole clock, but he right now his legs is like at a dead standstill. You know what I mean? He trying to get the muscle memory back from, you know, wearing them out in FIBA all summer long, and then now he had to come right in the training camp, right in it. So I think by the 15th game he'd be back. I happened to Evan Fournier, it happened to all them guys, man. They come out that FIBA right into the NBA season, and they struggle coming out the gate. Their legs is shot, man. They like, you know, I'm trying to. He got me sprinting up and down the damn floor. I just left Europe or whatever. So, you know, but he'll be all right. I think, you know, he had a good year last year. That's why he signed for here. He played a lot of minutes last year. He put up some good numbers for the Sixers last year, and rightfully so. So I think he'd be worth his money. I'm not worried about Yabusele, but I do believe that you know, the Knicks didn't believe when they want to sign him. Let's put it like that, plain and simple. If the Knicks didn't feel like that man can help them, they wouldn't have signed him. So but he earned his contract. He did that $5 million he got. He put the numbers up last year. So I think give him time, because we had to see and we see how it goes. Because you know why, the good thing about it, we don't work out, then you trade him.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, but you know, I think he'd be okay. I mean, because you know what, he's not a primary dude in our team either. He's not like Clarkson. To me, Clarkson, Josh Hart, and Deuce McBride going to be the ones in that second unit that command most of the offense. And he's going to be that pick and pop dude. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Out there and get a shot at me now and then. So, you know, hopefully he work out. Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right, Parrish. He will, because he's gonna be dragging at people, man. I agree with you 100%. That's why I say I'm hoping that it's the FIBA thing that's wearing off on him right now. We really literally talked about this when the summer started. We like, that's gonna be that one guy out of every Knick coming to the season struggling. And we literally talked about it 2 months ago. And sure enough, that's what it is. It's the FIBA thing. I mean, this guy played basketball nonstop since training camp last year for the Sixers, all the way to just now. He only had a week or two off, because once the season was over, FIBA was already starting to train. So he had to stop for the Sixers. Go right. Soon FIBA was over him, he had to get on a plane and come to New York and start working out with the Knicks. So his legs got to be like, damn. You know what I mean?
Get word.
Yeah. It's human nature, man. You know what I mean? The more you use them, the tired they get sometimes. But let's hope that but Parrish right though, you know, he gotta, you know, pick up his stamina and everything, because he's a big boy, man. These guys nowadays, they fast, man. They strong and fast. They fly by you in a heartbeat. So PT dead on with that one, man. But let's hope that for the Knicks' sake, he get it together by maybe the 20th game. And he get his legs back under, man. He will struggle a little bit coming out the game.
But the good news is he's a big body dude. People don't realize he's 6'7", but he plays he's a power, but he plays power forward, right? 6'7". But you got Diawara now 6'9", right? And you got Huckapori 7 feet. So, and I'm telling you something, I really believe this, that Diawara is going to. I don't know why I feel it, but he's going to turn into something incredibly special.
Yeah,
especially being around this group, knowing that he just is a part of a team. They kept him as part of a team that's going for the chip, that's going for the championship. If you're not amped by that, we're amped as fans. If you're not amped by that, they kept me over this guy. They kept me over this guy. They kept me over the guy who shoots the whole time. They kept me. That's a big push. 6'9". I'm telling you right now, I really feel that he's gonna explode. In 20 minutes, he grabs 7 rebounds. 20 minutes, he grabs 7 rebounds. Give him 25 minutes, see what happens. You know, let him come in a little bit while Yabo getting his legs right. You know what I'm saying? Let him play there for a little while. Then he'll see what happens with that. They shooting crazy.
Right, real quick, check this out. We gonna get out of here pretty soon. But I know everybody. But check this out though. Once he figured out J. shot power, can you imagine Mitchell Robinson, Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Duwala, and Deuce McBride on a defense sequence? That list is crazy right there, bro. Deuce McBride, Mikhail, Anunoby, DeWarren, and Mitchell Robinson need to get the defense stop at a certain time of the game.
Wow.
That shit crazy. He gonna be something. I think this Yabusele gonna have to need to pick up that option. I think DeWarren will get that spot.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why I think that. I think the same thing. And he's taller. He's 6'9". He belongs in that power forward position.
Get up and down the floor. Oh my God! I mean, he run like a Zelda. Linky too. We haven't had a player like that. I was telling Shaw Powell that earlier. I'm like, I can't recall the Knicks having a player like 6'9", the way he moved that skinny. I mean, we had a 7-foot Marcus Camby like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know what I mean? That type of young, skinny, like agile. He just could like this kid get up down the floor with fluidity, bro. I was like, yo, this dude is really got something to his game. Once he learned it, what I love about him most, ladies and gentlemen, he betted on himself.
Yeah, he sure did.
That's why I know he's gonna make it. He betted on himself. He said, "I'm not going back. I'm staying here. I'm gonna make it in the NBA." That means that he got it in him. You know, he got that in him. Because you know, some guys are like, "Nah, I'm gonna go back to Europe or whatever." He said, "No, I'm foregoing that. I'm betting on myself in the Big Apple, and I hope this dude make it because he can help us out with that lift and that his game. And once he get comfortable with his offense, I think he'll be okay though."
And you know, when they go out to Europe, they're superstars, like in different ways. Like these young guys, or even some old, guys who can't get a contract, they become like, "Oh my God, this guy is outrageous because he don't look like them, he don't play like them, he's out of control." The fact that he's here, I'm telling you, and you know what that does? What does Mitch do best for Diawara? Blocking that lane now. Same thing he did for Randall. Same thing he did for Randall. You're gonna have that lane with his arms spread out. That 7 rebound now turns into 12 because he just stands there with him. And that's in the future. I'm talking future stuff, but the fact of the matter is,
he's good.
We have a lot of possibilities, and that's just one of them. You know, I'm rooting for this kid because this kid really, I mean, the fact that he drives on whoever.
My man shifted back and did that finger roll. Like
the guy does not. He's not a typical big man. When a big man gets the ball, they push the ball fast to get it over the court, pick the ball up and look at the pass. Right. Nah, he was out there like yeah. Oh. I was like, yeah. He was dribbling the ball up. He was pointing it out. I was like, this is gonna be an interesting year, man. It's gonna be an interesting year. It's gonna. This season going to make some statements this year, so it's going to be something to watch, man.
Mike Brown got a lot of work to do managing minutes. I'm going to tell you that. Managing minutes and putting in the people, a lot of work. But I was talking to my boy while the game was going on. I was like, yo, do you see that? Same thing with you, Shaw. He looked like he was at the Rutgers. He was like, okay, now I got this. Don't worry about it. Boom, 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 boom. That finger was dope. So
what's interesting to me, I meant to say this earlier when I talked about accolades. If these two guys play with 65 games, the first time in Mitchell Robinson's career, he will make that all defensive team. Book for y'all. Him and Aminobi making that. And Nobi trying to win it. But he got to deal with Dyson Daniels and all Sherles and all those guys. But if Mitchell Robinson plays 65 games this year, because the Knicks is winning now, Mitchell Robinson gets on our defensive team this year. That got to be the goal of the contract.
You just need to stay the F away from him.
I'm telling you, I think we got 3 guys that could be on those 2. What is it? 2 teams, right? It's teams. Yeah, I think we got 3 guys that could do that.
Yeah,
I think we got 3 guys that could be on one on each one of those teams. I think we got some guys that could be on team 1, 2, and 3 for offense. You know what I mean? I think we're gonna have a lot of accolades. I'm hoping. I'm hoping that we have a lot of accolades. The more accolades we get, the better odds we have going into the finals.
Yeah, I mean that's just showing you how much talent we got.
Fact.
Yeah, it's gonna dope. Man. We're gonna be dope. But listen, we're gonna get out of here, man. We went around the board because I know y'all getting tired. I know you gotta do his thing. I gotta do my thing. I gotta get up 5 in the morning, so it can happen. But yeah, JJ, just go ahead, man. Do your thing, man. We shoot.
And let's not pretend like they were playing against some scrubs. Those kids went hard last night. They got some good talent on the team. Charlotte up. All right. I don't remember their names so well, but a couple of them young kids were going bananas.
Cobo and Brady.
Yo, listen, they look good in NIHTS jersey, but right now we're stacked. We're stacked. They look definitely up and coming, and so they definitely had people that we weren't just playing against some scrubs. We playing against people who played, hard, and we're trying to win the game. Speaking of a nice line, Mikhail had a great line yesterday, man. For me, for that type of game, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and 5 of those were offensive rebounds. That was Mikhail. He had the most offensive rebounds. So, and he doesn't have to dribble, hit the middle, 10-footer, waiting for the pass for the 10-footer.
He was controlling the pace yesterday. He was pushing the ball up too. He was pushing the ball up. Mikhail was pushing the ball up, and Brunson was roaming. He gave Brunson one of his shots that he had a big 3-pointer in the corner with Jalen likes it, the 3-pointer on the right-hand side at the top of the break. He gave incredible to us this year. Sorry, Jay.
That's why I think maybe it will be Mitch, because if you keep him at the 2, that means that will be your second combo. That would be your second guy coming. Remember, we always saying bringing the ball up so you can't get stopped before half court. Have both of them come up together, and that's the 2 guys that will bring it up together with OG, Towns, and Mitch already waiting for them over there. Yikes! Yikes!
Help to the backcourt this year too. Now you put Mikhail back there. Now you got a 6'7" dude in the backcourt, opposed to a 6'6" or 6'5" dude. So now with them starting Mitch, that lineup gets bigger now. You know what I mean? You got 2 7-footers, you got a 6'8" dude, you got a 6'7" dude, and you got a 6 whatever, 6'1", 5'6", whatever. So I think that's gonna be dope for the Knicks. I think that's gonna be crazy to me. It just all got to formulate like both trying to see how it goes, man. But okay, shot power till we get out of here, my bro.
Man, super duper, man. Jay, thank you for coming on the Vine as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Wednesday, the start of a new era. Wednesday, the start of a new era, man. Let's get it, man. I'm ready for it. We'll be back on. I think the game, I don't remember, I think it was 7 o'clock, so whatever time we'll be on, I'm ready for it, man. I'm sit in my crib, man. I'll make me another shirt or something like that. Get ready for the
It's going to be dope, man. This is what we all been waiting for. The season is here. Somebody who we got a chance to possibly play in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's possible. So we start off the game with the Cleveland Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell coming into town. Them Cats got high expectations and aspirations, just like we do. Better than this, ladies and gentlemen. Two top dogs. Mitchell Robinson and Jared Allen, Evan Mobley and Cat. Mitchell and Jalen Brunson. I was like, damn. This is a good start. This is a good start to the season. We kick it off, man. This week, we be here for it, man. 6 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be in the building, man. We ready to get it, man. This all this shit count now.
In the garden. In the garden.
Nine of the next 12 games or something like that.
Man.
Well, listen, y'all enjoy it, man. I'll see you guys on Wednesday, 6 o'clock. The game is at 7. So we'll be in the
Yes.
Everybody in the chat, thank y'all for coming in, man. Appreciate everybody, man. Real talk, man. We're gonna get out of here and get ready to get it popping because got things to do, man. Jay, thank you, my brother. My brother.
You're ready.
I'll see you cats on Wednesday morning or anything happen for then. If some break for then out, we jump on and do it then.
Definitely.
But
hit them likes. Hit them
likes stuff, man. Y'all appreciate y'all. Peace.
Peace.
You are now about to witness.
Niggas don't talk, just enter the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't use our YouTube frugal with stats as usual fact. It's your man, the brand, his hands on, going hard like Talos. You know we get it like crypto in the ripto. Outside really cryptic, we locked them from the get-go. When the big show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like salt, the KRT trip club leading up to tip off. We feel like competent, put your lit content and beast mode like our charm. We have cheat code, we roll the ball too far for you to reach on. We get our teach on the show that's fire. Going to the wire, get the entire game somewhere in front of me. The numbers be they don't lie. Korea popped up from the third eye. You heard why? It's the number one pre-game show that's hitting like Soto. So photo your bro, the name that mo. It's the OGs. We outside riding the orange blue sky. I met the Paul Street when I made the platform with Fast and Fast. Asked me who the creed that's in the building killing this nigga fast.
You are now about to witness.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pre-game show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
You are now about to witness.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pre-game show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.